Welcome. In this lesson we will tackle an ielts academic writing task 1, a process diagram showing how aluminium drinks cans are recycled. We will read the diagram, brainstorm and plan, and then write a full band 9 model answer together. Here is the task. The diagram below shows the stages in the recycling of aluminium drinks cans. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. You have about 20 minutes and must write at least 150 words. Take a moment to study the diagram. Notice that the arrows form a loop. This is a cyclical process. It runs from the collection center to the recycling center into the aluminium recycling plant, out to a drinks machine, and then back to the start again. Let us analyze what the task actually demands. First, this is a process diagram, not a data chart, so we describe the stages in order rather than comparing numbers. You need 4 things: a paraphrased introduction, a clear overview, and 2 body paragraphs that sequence the stages. The key language is the passive voice, together with sequencing words such as first, then, after this, subsequently, and finally. Simply describe what happens, do not explain why, and never copy the question. Now we brainstorm. On the left, read the diagram. Is it cyclical or linear? It is cyclical. It loops back. How many stages? About 8. Where does it start and end? It starts with used cans and ends with new cans being sold before repeating. On the right, we plan. The introduction paraphrases the prompt. The overview states that the process is cyclical, gives the number of stages, and names the start and end, but no step-by-step detail. Then we group the stages. Body 1 covers collection and transport. Body 2 covers reprocessing and reuse. Throughout, we use the passive voice and sequences. Here is our 4-paragraph plan. The introduction paraphrases the question. The overview describes the process as cyclical, with about 8 stages running from used cans to new cans. Body 1 covers collection and transport. Body 2 covers reprocessing and reuse. With this plan in place, let us write. First, the introduction, a single sentence that paraphrases the prompt. The diagram illustrates the various stages involved in recycling used aluminium drinks cans from their initial disposal through to their eventual reuse by consumers. Next, the overview, the single most important paragraph, and the one an examiner looks for first. Overall, it is clear that this is a cyclical process comprising several distinct stages, which begins with the collection of empty cans and ends with the sale of newly produced cans before the whole sequence repeats. The process can broadly be divided into 2 phases: collection and transportation, followed by reprocessing and redistribution. Notice there is no step-by-step detail here that belongs in the body. Body paragraph 1 describes collection and transport. At the first stage, used aluminium cans are discarded and taken to a collection center, where they are sorted and separated from other metals into designated containers for aluminium and steel. Once enough material has been gathered, the sorted cans are loaded onto a lorry and transported to a recycling center. There, the cans are crushed and compressed into large, dense bales, ready for the next phase. Notice how every verb is in the passive voice. Body paragraph 2 describes reprocessing and reuse. Following this, the compacted aluminium is delivered to an aluminium recycling plant, where the old metal is melted down at high temperatures. The molten aluminium is subsequently cast into solid blocks, which are then flattened and pressed into thin sheets known as aluminium roll. This roll is used to manufacture brand new cans, which are supplied to drinks machines and filled with beverages. Finally, once the drinks have been consumed, the empty cans are returned to a collection center and the entire cycle begins again. The sequences following this subsequently, then, finally, carry the reader smoothly through the loop. So why does this answer score band 9? Task achievement. There is a clear overview of the whole cycle, and every key stage is reported accurately. Coherence and cohesion. The stages follow a logical sequence with varied linking words and clean paragraphing. Lexical resource. Precise process vocabulary such as discarded, compressed, molten, and cast with no repetition. And grammatical range, consistent passive voice and complex sentences, essentially error-free. One honest note, band 9 here reflects an internal writing quality assessment against the public ielts band descriptors, not a certified examiner score. And that is task 1. Remember the plan, paraphrase, overview, body 1, body 2. This same 4-paragraph structure works for every process diagram you will meet. Practice it until it is automatic. Good luck with your writing.